Hello, my lovely students. Welcome to your first video with math from me. So the first thing I want to say is those guided notes are intense. There's a lot of definitions, and it should be the only one like that. So we needed to prep you guys with your basic dictionary for math. So if you haven't done those yet, go ahead, go back, copy paste or screen capture definitions, paste them in your copy of the PDF, however you want to do it, but it is important to go do the reading before we get into the practice. So now getting into the practice, we're not going to go over all the terms, but some of those terms reference processes we can do in math. The first process we have is prime factorization. So when we are going to find the prime factorization of a number, what that means is we're going to break that number down into smaller parts, or as small as we can make it, but still keep those parts integers. In fact, we typically don't talk about the prime factorization of negative numbers, so positive integers. Now, it doesn't matter how you start, you're going to get the same list regardless of which way you go through. So let's take a look at 8 here. So when we're first starting, we just want to think of what's a pair of numbers that multiplies to 8 that's not 1 and 8. And 8 does have a pair, 2 times 4 or 4 times 2. So the way I write this is with a branching diagram. And a stylus that doesn't want to work. All right. Now 2 is complete. 4, though, can be broken down more. That is 2 and another 2. So that means the prime factorization of 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. So there's 3 2's being multiplied there. All right. There, that looks more like a 2 now. Okay, now as you can see, my handwriting is insanely huge. So okay, now the stylus works, and we're going to look at 84. Now, since my handwriting is so big, 12 is actually B, so we'll do 12 next. Since my handwriting is so huge, I'm going to pull these over to the side. So looking at 12, any pair of numbers you can think of that multiply to 12. So 2 and 6 or 3 and 4, they will both work. So I tend to start with 2's because you recognize even numbers, so 2 is a good place to start. All right, so our 2 is prime, but our 6 can go more. That is 2 and 3. 2 can't be broken smaller, 3 can't be broken smaller, so there is our prime factorization. 2 times 2 times 3. Now, just so you guys can see, if I take 12 and break it down as 4 and 3, my 3 is prime, the 4 is 2 times 2, and I get the same 2 times 2 times 3. So it doesn't matter which pair you start with, you will get all of the factors as long as you don't make a mental math mistake for what times what is the number. You guys are welcome to use a calculator if you're not sure, or you're having a brain fart, just, okay, 12, that's even. 12 divided by 2, 6. Okay, so 2 and 6. Feel free to have a little list of prime numbers if that helps you remember when to stop. Typically, we're only going to use 2's, 3's, 5's, 7's, maybe an 11 or a 13, but not too often. All right, I'm going to stop it here. See you guys in the next video.